this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver, and good morning, Polly Reindeer. It is another day in my lovely world, and in this episode, we are going to be going to the Funland to begin building a brand new, pretty big minigame, and I'll explain all about it once we get over there. But first, let me go and have my breakfast. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. Barnaby, you can stand up and you can follow me, and I'm going to go and begin proceedings as I always do by going to the love garden to let everybody know who it is that I'm adding to my love garden. And I'm adding someone today for a pretty cool creative reason. I'm always excited when I'm adding someone for a reason that I've never added them before, or they've done something I've never seen before, and that is exactly what I'm doing today. I am adding Nick Monroe to the love garden because he drew me, Squishy, and a bunch of other things with a 3D pen. And these are basically pens that you can draw without actually drawing on paper or anything else, and they're really awesome, and I've never seen anyone do a Stampy fan art with them before. So thank you so much for doing that, Nick, and sending me the picture, and welcome to my love garden. Right then, as I said, we are going to the Funland. I will be choosing a dog to join me into today's episode, and we're building a pretty cool new mini game, and it will take a little bit of time to explain exactly how it works. The actual game is quite simple, but the mechanisms in the background are something very different to anything that I've done before. Lots of new things today in today's episode. But which dog shall I have joining me in the episode? That's of course the big question. And it looks like my helpers have decided that they want Benji to be joining us in today's episode. So Barnaby, you can go and sit down there, and we will go and head down to my secret base where we can go and use the teleporter to get right to where we need to be in order to begin building. So I think the nearest teleporter to the area we need to build is probably the second button. So press button number 2, and that should be the closest place to the area I have got ready and prepared for us to begin building. So you can teleport after me, Benji. I will see you in a second. Let's go and press button number 2 and go and teleport to the Funland. Right then, I do believe we have just about arrived at the Funland now. Benji should be somewhere around here, and then my helpers will be teleporting behind me shortly. And this is the area we're building, just past well of a time next to my boat bowling minigame. And look at those parkour skills. I'm not going to try that again because there's no way I'll be able to do that 2 times in a row. But yeah, this is where we are building it here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to start building, and then while I'm building, I'm going to go and explain exactly what it is that we are building. So the main thing we're building today is basically a giant minecart. We're going to be building a huge minecart, and then that is going to be basically the area, kind of the building where everything else on the minigame is going to be inside of. And the reason we are building a giant minecart, and I think I did just use an axe to break that wall, by the way, in case you're wondering. Yeah, the reason I'm building a giant minecart is because the game is all about minecarts. So it's going to be called Cart Count, and it's all about counting minecarts. You might be thinking, counting minecarts, that sounds easy, or that sounds boring. But the thing is, the minecarts are going to be on a really windy track, and then they're all going to be like banging into each other, and there's going to be loads of power rails. They're going to be moving really fast. So counting them is not going to be as easy as you might expect, and there's going to be kind of a race. So there's going to be 2 people. There's going to be a doorway which will open, and then there's going to be a certain amount of minecarts already on the track going around, and it's the first person to guess how many are on the track, and then they need to input their score. There's going to be like kind of like a little mini computer, I guess, that we're going to be to build, which is going to be much simpler than a real computer. But yeah, basically that's what it is, a mini computer. And then they are going to be spinning torches in item frames, which is how they're going to input their number. And I think it's going to be about 1 to 18 that they can guess. And then if they get it right, it's going to open a door, which is going to be on the opposite side of the mini game. So they then run to the door. They're going to collect an item from inside. I'm thinking of it maybe being an emerald. Could be like a cool reward for being able to do it. And then they go and basically have to run back with the emerald, and then they win. So basically, the reason we do it that way is because otherwise you could just keep switching spinning the items in the item frame until the door opens and kind of win that way rather than actually counting. So it's going to be intense because the minecarts are going to be everywhere, and you're also going to be racing against the person. And if you see that they're put like a guess in, you might as well put one in straight away. So it seems like a simple game about counting minecarts, but it is going to actually probably be a really intense and fun game to play. So soon as the game is all about minecarts, I thought the best theme to have for the outside of the game would be an absolutely enormous minecart. So this thing is going to end up being 14 blocks high. So let me just work out how high that's going to be and just kind of show you. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, this is giving you a pretty good idea just how big this thing is going to be. And I didn't really think this through because I need to make my way down now. So let's land on this bit because this is the highest up part. So tell you what, while William and Polly carry on building around the outside, I might go and do a bit of the decoration on the front because obviously these are not just giant boxes, they have wheels as well. And minecarts have they have really weird wheels. Like, I don't know, are there any minecarts anywhere nearby that I can show you? Where's my nearest game with minecarts? I guess I could just make one. I got some iron on me. So let me show you what a minecart looks like. Because I know you know what a minecart looks like. But in your head, you might think it looks different to how it actually looks. So the first thing to notice about minecarts is that the wheels aren't really wheels. They kind of are wheels, but they're not round. You feel like they should be round, but they're kind of like a half a wheel. You see that? They're just like little marks down on the ground. You can see we put the white wool on the sides. It's kind of lighter on the sides. I don't know, adds a bit more decoration, so it's not just a big grey box. And they kind of hover off the ground. Like if I kind of go into the floor down, oh, maybe not down here. I'll go down here. You can kind of see, look at that. They don't actually even touch the track. So we're not going to have the track or anything. They're just going to kind of be here stuck on the ground here. So let's go and try and do the wheels then, shall we? So we're going to be using dark grey wool as well as black wool. And we're basically just going to go and do a little shape like this, kind of similar to the way that they are in the real minecarts, but just because obviously this minecart is so much bigger and the dimensions aren't exactly the same, I'm kind of just making the wheels a little bit bigger just to kind of make it so it all matches up. So it's going to be grey wool there like that. Let me use my shears instead of my axe to shear this way, and then we can kind of go like that, and that, and let's kind of take a step back. Does that look okay? I think that looks good. I think that's about as good as it could be, and it pretty much matches up to what the actual Minecraft official minecarts look like. So let's go and do the wheel on this side. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can kind of do the same along here like this. If I kind of just dig away roughly the same shapes, it's going to be grey wool there, and then we got black like that, and then 2 in the middle, and then just the rest of the grey wool around the outside. So I've kind of made them a little bit bigger than they're supposed to be, just to kind of improve them, seeing as how tiny. Like, I didn't want to do like proper big circles because I wanted them to be based on the actual minecarts. And then the other thing I need to do is I need to dig a doorway in the middle. So let's see if I can guess. It's going to be a 2-block wide doorway. So I think here and here. Have I done it right? Let's see if I've guessed this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the other side, oh, no, if this is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, I was wrong, but I need to do that one there like that, and then that there like that. So this is where the doorway for the entrance to the game itself is going to be. It looks like a little face, doesn't it? It looks like there's its eyes and there's a little mouth. Oh, it's cute. It's such a cute game. Right, let's go and do the wheels on the other side. And then I'll explain a little bit more about what's going to be going on the inside of the minecart, because at the moment there's just a big hole at the top, and if you looked in, you'll just see the game, but it will look a little bit messy from the top because there's a bunch of redstone and stuff. So we are going to do a different design there. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can go like this here and go and do this wheel like that. So let's see if I can do this quick. So I go black, and then it's just 2 on the top. I think kind of doing if you are building this yourself, the easiest way to do these wheels is just to do the black part first, and then just kind of go around the outside with the grey wool, and then just kind of step back and have a look at it and see if it kind of matches the style of the others. I think that looks pretty good. So let's just go and do the same down here. There's also going to be an extra doorway back here. I'll explain about that in a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can go and start this shape here. But yeah, there's going to be an extra doorway at the back here because obviously the game is a 1v1 game. The actual, you know, the people playing the game, guessing the minecart, that's going to be 1v1, but you need someone else to set up the game. So when it's going to be played is we're going to take turns, you know, placing down the amount of minecarts on the track, and also kind of inputting on the little computer thingy about, you know, how many minecarts there are. We don't need to worry about that too much today though, but that's kind of the way it's going to work. So there's going to be a little doorway kind of somewhere down here, just so the person working behind the scenes can go and set up the game down there. Right then, let's go and put down some doors. Hopefully hopefully I have enough iron left over to make some iron doors. I got 15. This should be more than enough. So let's go and place these down here. And then the inside of the game is going to be basically like the red team against the yellow team. And the reason for that is because the items they're spinning in the item frames are going to be torches, and it's basically going to be a redstone torch against a normal torch, which is kind of like yellow. So that's the idea there. Let's see, does it still look like a face? It still looks a little bit like a face. I might just put some levers on it and just like open it, and then that way it's going to look more like a face. Oh, I don't have any cobblestone on me. Oh, it doesn't matter, but it still looks a little bit like a face. So let's go and start building up some of these white areas. I don't think any of my helpers have any white walls, so they've kind of left this area down here like this. And let's explain how the middle's going to be. So basically, it's going to be dark grey wall all the way along the top here like this, and then this is going to go down by 7 blocks, and then at the bottom of that section there's going to be a bunch of black wall, which is going to make it so that when you look in, like, it's just going to be dark and you're not going to be able to see anything, so it'll almost look like you can see the whole way down. Let me kind of build it from the underneath. Can I land in the water? That was dangerous. That could have ended really badly there. So let's kind of build up from the underneath and try and work it out that way, and maybe putting the doors down now wasn't the smartest idea. So if I go from here, I just need to make sure that this grey wall goes 7 blocks down, because if it goes any lower, then it's going to be kind of getting in the way of the rest of the game. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think there's one more that it needed to go higher at the top there as well. So this should be down to here, and then this is going to be where the start of the black wall is. So if we kind of just build like a floor here, then that's going to be an easy thing to walk on to go and place down the rest of the grey wall. So if I go and place this along there like that, we need to fill this entire area in here, and then this is going to be the ceiling, which is going to be above the game. And then inside of the game, there's going to be kind of the entrance room, which is where most of the gameplay is going to be. That's where the item frames are going to be, where you're going to be spinning around the torches. There's going to be the corridors leading to the doors, and then that's going to be where there's probably going to be an emerald in a chest. I think I'm going to do it, or maybe in an item frame. You need to go and grab that and run back. And then all of the kind of behind the scenes areas. So I've tried to keep the redstone as simple as possible. So to build it, I will be honest, I'm going to hold my hands up here. I normally say, oh, the redstone's simple. I'll be honest, this is probably going to be some of the most complicated redstone I've done. But what I've done, I've built it in a way that if you just copy exactly what I do, then it's going to be really simple just to kind of copy it. Like, you don't even need to understand how it works. You can just copy it. But when you're actually playing the game, like when you're kind of setting how many minecarts you've put in, that part is really easy. So that part is basically you place down 2 repeaters next to a sign with a number on, and then that way it's kind of completely input in, and then you're ready to play. So actually playing the game is going to be really simple. It's just going to be the way the game is built. But for all of you redstone heads out there, I know that yeah, you're probably going to enjoy kind of seeing the way the game works and the way I designed it all. I did also do a behind the scenes video of me building this, which will be on my Stampylonghead channel if you kind of want to see how I came up with the idea for the game and how I designed the redstone and how it kind of changed and got gradually better the way that I went. Because I know there's a lot of people, like, when I talk about doing a redstone episode, like some people go like, oh no, redstone episode, then some people are like, hey, I actually like the redstone episode. So I tried to cover all bases here depending on what people like. And don't you think the grass looks really green? Like, don't you think, like, I know it looks kind of dull over there, but isn't the green, like, exceptionally grass? Like, exceptionally grass? Like, the grass is exceptionally green. Don't you think that? Is this just kind of like the grass is greener on the other side? The grass is almost as green as you today, William Beaver, in that outfit. It's amazing. Look at that grass. I don't know, maybe I've just been staring at this grey for too long and it's just seen a bit of colours just made me all happy. But that grass did look just kind of extra green. So, yeah, this is kind of how the inside's going to be. So what I might do is I might leave William and Polly just to kind of fill in the rest of this area here. Then I might go and start doing a little bit of the inside. So, yeah, this is just going to be grey wall kind of all the way filled in along here, and then basically when you look into the minecart from above, if I don't know, you're flying over in a helicopter or something, then you'll be able to see. And like, the thing is, like, all of this doesn't matter. Like, 99% of people who enter my world are never going to see this. It's only when, I don't know, maybe I'm playing a game where I'm high up, or if I look down on it, I just don't want it to look rubbish looking in at the top. So, to be fair, this whole inside area doesn't even matter very much. It's just, I just like the idea of knowing that it's all filled in. So let me just kind of fill in the rest of this area with the last grey wall that I have, and then I can kind of start building a little bit of the inside, just to kind of get that area ready to kind of make it easier for us in the next episode when I go and carry on doing that. So if I go and hop down here, yeah, let me show you how this is going to be. And I think it's safe to have Benji running around. I think there's no water or anything under the ground. Are we safe? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're we're okay to have Benji running around with us. So let's not worry too much about the floor for now. Let's just go and try and get the walls built up. So we're going to go along here, 8 blocks along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then with the yellow wall, we're going to go and do the same on this side. Going down here, and then from this point, the entire game is just going to be split by these two colors. So everything on that side is going to be red, and then everything on this side is going to be yellow. So imagine this is like an imaginary line kind of straight down through the floor. That's just going to be basically marking the colors everything is going to be. And then these should go up 5 blocks high. So I think that's 3, 4, 5, and this should lead us pretty much to where the roof is here. There's going to be a little bit of extra room only because the ceiling is actually going to go a little bit higher in kind of some of the other areas, just because that's the way I need to kind of fit the redstone in and the way I've kind of worked it all out. So let's kind of build this yellow wall up to here. Then we can go and do the yellow ceiling, and it'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea of just what this style of the inside of the game is going to be as well. So the idea is that you can never cross to the other person's side. So there's going to be a window, which is going to be right where I'm sliding Benji to. There's going to be a window round about here, and then it's going to be blocked off. There's going to be glass, but then there's going to be pistons which have extended, so you can't see through the window, and both people are going to stand right next to the window, their noses pressing against it, and then then the windows are going to open, and then that's when it's going to be revealed into the room. So that way it's kind of fair, because you're both side by side, and you both see the minecarts at the exact same time, and then that way no one has any advantages. And it's also going to be interesting because you are going to be standing literally right next to each other, so you can kind of block each other a bit, but as I said, you can't cross the wall, but you're going to be kind of moving around here and trying to count the minecarts. And if you've ever tried counting minecarts when they're moving, or kind of counting anything while they're moving, you'll know how crazy difficult it is, because you count one and then it will spin around, and then you end up counting it again, or you're not sure if you've counted one. It's going to be difficult. I know counting minecarts might sound like the simplest game I've ever done in my Funland, and you might be thinking, Stampy, you're running out of ideas, but trust me, if you try to do this, you'll see just how crazy it's going to end up being. But anyway, let's just go and fill in these last sections here, and I might kind of just mark off where the window is actually going to be. It's going to be around this section here. So there's going to be one gap there, and then that's going to be where the corridor leading off to the side is. So from here, it's basically going to go like this, kind of diagonal to the side. And the reason it needs to be so far away is because if you could hear the door opening, then that means that you could just kind of spin the item frames around until you hear the door open. And then you don't need to actually count. You can do it that way. So this basically means that you only really want to go to the door once you're like pretty much 100% certain that you do know that you've got it correct. Because if you guess and then you have to go all the way down this corridor and then go all the way back, then you're just going to waste a huge amount of time, and you're probably going to end up winning. So I think the distance you could hear a block from was like 14 blocks or something, like hear a door opening or something. So that's why I've done it so far away. But then this is where the window's going to be here. So if I kind of mark this by going around there like that, and then I can do the ceiling across here like this, and then if I go down there, and then I need to break away these, and I think I need to change that to a red one there like that. So yeah, this is kind of going to be where the doorway is going to be, and then there's going to be, I think there's just going to be 2 blocks here that you're going to be able to look through. Then this area here is going to be where all the mine carts are actually going to be, and then all of this spare area back here, this is where all of the kind of the behind the scenes and the redstones is. And hello, excuse me, we have a visitor. Hello, Mr. Mushroom. See this area here, this is my mushroom island. This is my mushroom biome. I know it doesn't look like one just because I made the world before the update, but this is the only place in my world where mushrooms actually spawn, and so I'm not going to build anything here. I'm keeping this as like kind of my mushroom sanctuary. So this place is just left clear, so there's all these mushrooms that have probably been living here for years, and they gradually see all of these weird things popping up around them, and they get a little bit curious and have to go and have a little bit of a look inside. But anyway, let's go and build up the rest of these bits of white wall here. And yeah, and then I can go and have a step back from just have a step back and look at it from the outside and kind of just see what the game looks like so far, because I haven't really admired it yet. I've kind of just been build. But to be fair, like, isn't it kind of crazy how much you can get built in just the amount of time we've been building for? Like, we've been building for less than 20 minutes here, and we've got pretty much the entire outside of this enormous thing built already. Like, when you have like a group of people helping you build and kind of you know exactly what you're doing, you can build crazy fast. And look at that! Perfect timing. As soon as I jump up, they're placing the final blocks. And guys, you missed one. Lucky I showed up to notice that, because that would have frustrated everyone. So anyway, let's go and place these final few blocks around here. Let's go and break away this pile of cobblestone. And as soon as it's just about to become nighttime, now's going to be the perfect time to step back and have a look at it. And William and Polly, I'm not entirely sure how you're going to make your way out of the minecart. Maybe you could probably dig through the floor, might be the best way to do it. I'm not entirely sure. There we go. That's what they ended up deciding to do. All right then, Benji, you can stand up and you can join us. And yeah, let's go and check out what it looks like from the outside and see our enormous minecart. Oh no, I left Benji inside. I'm sorry, Benji. Do you want to come out and join us as well? We leave the door off for now. Right then, so there we go. This is my cart count minigame, or what it's going to look like in my Funland overall. I think it looks cool. I think it's definitely going to stand out, especially compared to everything else around it. Like, most things I build are very colorful. And I do that for a reason, because I like building colorful things. So it kind of stands out by being one of the one things that isn't really colorful. But we are going to be more than making up for it on the inside, which is going to be a very, very colorful. So sadly, that is the end of this episode here. I want to say a huge thank you to William Beaver and Polly for building this. Pretty much, they built more of this than I did and doing it so quickly. So thank you to them. Thank you, Benji, for keeping me company. Thank you, everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!